Come on in the room. What's going on, y'all? What's up, my people? In the still of the night, where's everyone at? Are they peeping? Hey, Caribbean food play. What's up? Hey, Fierce Castro Cannon. Hey, Lynn T. What's up? Y'all, the windmilling, baby. It was the last day of school, and people were getting jumped left and right. It was girls jumping, four girls jumping one girl, the big girl fighting five girls, the bullies getting their arses handed to them. It was on and popping. It's bloodshed everywhere. There are very few survivors. This is the aftermath. Uh, Did my I started the monetization process. Does my chat look any different? Is there anything popping up? I don't know how that works. I'm not gonna get on. I'm trying to see how much y'all can see because I don't want to flash anybody. Y'all done saw enough ping to last for the rest of the year going into 2020. Hey. Oh, okay. Because I started the monetization and it's saying that my Google AdSense is being reviewed. So I guess they're putting my information together. I don't know how it works after that. Hey, the Mindful Empress, Nepotarian, Miss Old that. I'm not flashing anyone. Didn't y'all get enough of Peen and Snooch and Cooch and Lord knows what else? Baby. And you know what? I have come to the conclusion that I'm not gonna just go after people that have not done anything to me. And because people are staying in their lanes. If someone says something bad about me, there's not people are not running up windmilling, other content creators. So I'm gonna stop doing that. If it's not pertaining to Rebel, I'm staying out of it. Now, I don't agree with doxing or posting people's families or their addresses, all that. That's really scummy. So I don't agree with that at all. But if someone's just talking about another content creator, I'm not gonna run up windmilling for anyone like that because there are people on YouTube that are friends with people I don't like at all. So, it is what it is. Just. I know I slept during the evening. I got some good sleep and I was gonna come on live, but I was like, Jay Wilson, are you really coming on here 3 and 4 times within a few hours? I was like, Lord have mercy. I'm like, he's gonna be on here in the wee hours of the morning. So I'm going to sleep, y'all, in the next 15 minutes because I gotta wake up at 5 o'clock, and I slept this evening, so I got a good nap in. Uh, no, I'm not getting naked. Well, I'm already naked. I sleep with nothing on, but I'm not gonna flash anyone because y'all be slick. I can get in front of this camera and it look dark, and somebody have an app on their phone that lightens the darkness, and y'all see all my goods. You see all the goodies. But baby, Miss Olivia was going in. Jay was going in on Miss Olivia. S SB was coming at people here and there. James was coming at SB. James was coming at QB. Saying what he had to say. Fabe was dragging Gold Tyler, baby. Simply Trey is just everywhere. It is on and popping. The Olivia video, she said she was going to delete it. I did hear her say that. I was in the bushes. Hey, Rita, baby. Baby. But you know, Wally is capitalizing on all this because he has this boy on his live talking. If Simply Trey has any sense at all, he will distance himself from Wally with a quickness. Sus, run for the hills. Well, that'll be a bit hard. Walk for the hills. Let somebody drive you to the hills. Girl, just get away from him. You know, Trey, let me say, Trey has some funny. Trey is funny to me. So I just have to look at it like that. I did call him a half a ton of queen. Yes. But Trey has talked about people's health, and that's not cute. You don't read people about HIV statuses and throw that out there on people. That's not cute at all. So he said that about different people. It's just go people. Some gay men, it's their go-to thing. But what people don't, Trey, when if you listen to this, sis, with today's medication, people should look at someone that's heavy and chubby before they look at someone skinny. Because with those medications that people are on, they tend to get chubby and gain a lot of weight. They don't look like they did in the 80s, all emaciated and, skin, um, clinging barely to their frames. Uh, so, it's the big girl running around with the cute little chubby baby cheek like a damn cabbage patch that's, running around with HIV, but he's on meds and you can't tell. I used to be able to, I work in healthcare. So I could tell years ago when, like, for instance, white men, it's something about the medications that white men would get on. And I don't know if it's their genetic type, their cellular structure, but when they would get on the meds, it would cause them to get a fatty deposit in the back of their necks, like a hump, like their upper back. Their backs would have like a hump, like the humpback of Notre Dame. So it made them have a fatty deposit. You could always tell, and people's lymph nodes would be swollen on their necks like these huge knots. It was, it took people through hell, and the medication, it was just stripping them of all life. The medication was very harsh. But I know this older guy now that's like 70 years old, when he says he's been positive for like 30 years, and he running around here with lifting weights, he looks like an old zaddy. But people don't know because he's so muscular and in shape. That's a spider. I have a spider web tattoo on my stomach, and I have birds on my forearm. Uh, the tattoo on my stomach hurt like, oh my God, the pain was excruciating. I don't want to get another tattoo after that. I had my I had a couple of piercings. I had my a nose piercing, like my septum was pierced, and I had an eyebrow piercing. I since let those all close up years ago because I was like a little club kid. I was going to the white clubs. I was going to the white gay clubs because I was afraid to go to the black gay clubs. And people may think that's weird, but I just thought the black gays would be too much. I was just picturing gays like Wally or Trey, those types that I didn't want to run into. So me going to the white gay clubs was a safe bet, but of course it was drugs rampant and people doing X and cocaine in the bathrooms and it was crazy as hell. Wait, oh, your tongue is pierced in my belly. Oh, all right, diving old freak. I'm not flashing you. No, no, no. You didn't know what? What is, hey, Jay Wilson? I, because everybody, we supposed to had this massive orgy like the foot wash. We had a foot wash um, meet and greet. Maybe everybody was getting laid, but unfortunately, I don't know. I got left out of the equation, and I didn't see any action that I could have watched or put on the hub. Uh, Somebody sent me a picture. Those pictures of Rico, I have observed them. Houston, we have a problem. Rico, my love, I come to you as an older brother, gay man. Your snooch. I don't. Let me see. How can I say this? How can I say this to be polite? Sus, your snooch is worn out and tore down like a cave. Uh, but there's help. There's help. And you know what? Who am I to judge? Some people get off on an old fashioned Alabama backwoods fisting session. I'm not one of those guys. Uh, but Jay Wilson, I set up my monetization. When should I hear something? Because they're saying that they're setting up my Google AdSense. I done it at work. It's funny. I could do it on my laptop at work, but I can't do it on my Android phone. And I also think I accidentally remember, Jay, when I was telling you that I was blocked in your chat. Somehow I was accidentally blocked, and you said I wasn't blocked. So with JD Ali, I'm not seeing his messages. And I went to my block list and I unblocked every person. Everyone in my block list, I unblocked. But I still couldn't see JD Ali's messages. So I went on YouTube and it was saying that I may have to go to my Google account and go to my contacts. And there may be people in my contacts that I can unblock that way. And you know what? Let me say something. I'm pretty transparent with you guys. I did some years ago, I made the mistake of doing a video, a couple of videos, several videos. I had several videos online of me having sex. I'm being real. It was before I had the tattoos that you couldn't tell it was me because I have tattoos now that I didn't have then. And it was before, and I've had my tattoos for like 6 years, 7, 8. So it was before then. But I had some videos floating on porn. I can't say that word on PH, uh, and the tube. I remember this guy that I was dating was looking at the video and didn't know it was me, and I thought it was so funny because you can't see my face or anything. You just see my peen, and that's mostly it. But uh, I wasn't putting my face on cam because I know that kind of stuff can bite you in the arse. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Rico. Rico. Uh, no, you're not gonna see my good spread. Like what did Miss Tony Braxton's mother say on one episode of the Braxtons? Drop it low and spread it wide. How her ex-husband used to do with those women. He dropped them low and spread it wide. But I think Rico has a good heart. He's just a misled younger person. And he's looking for love in all the wrong places, and people are going to use him. What did hey screenshots or it didn't happen? Okay. What was I doing? Because I'm not running to be a politician. And let me tell you, my manager, the most embarrassing thing was at work. I was showing my manager pictures of me going to Florida. I went to Miami one year, and my family went to Boynton Beach. Uh, so I was showing him pictures on my phone and I stepped away for a minute and his little nosy behind went past the vacation pictures. Because I told him, hey, the pictures stop on the boat. When we were on the boat, the pictures stopped there. He didn't stop on the boat. He kept going. So he'd go on seeing my peeing pictures. And of course, I have those kind of things on my phone. I'm being honest. So you got to keep those, close to heart, close and dear and near to your heart. But he looked at it. He just said, I saw his facial expression change. He wanted to smile, and I just grabbed my phone. I was like, "Hey, doctor, so and so, you're doing a bit much." And he started laughing because my manager is a friend of mine, and I've known him for many years. But I don't know him like that. He's a gay man. He's been with his partner for probably 20 years. But I still didn't want him looking at my goods like that. Uh, but if you're a person that has thin skin, you shouldn't be doing porn. Or, oh God, I keep saying that word. I'm gonna be flagged. YouTube. You shouldn't be doing any adult content that can come back if you're showing your face or anything. Because I'm not showing my face. Um, I was a younger, wilder person. Baby, I had the boys. I used to have the boys at my place, and I wasn't. I wasn't sleeping with a lot of people, but I was dating, and I had a healthy sex life. Uh, but I just I had to tone that down because things were getting, people were being killed, and people were getting exposed to different things, and I valued my life. So if I think I would have came out in the 80s, I wouldn't be alive today. Simply because, like I said in another video, those people like my uncle that was affected, he died from complications of AIDS um, in California. So it was always in my mind that I've treated everyone like they were a carrier because it was scary. You would go to the club and not see someone for 6 months and they had passed away because I came out like in the mid 90s, but it was sad seeing people that were like dancers and people that were full of life. You would see them just waste away before your very eyes. Just it's like they had the same face, but it looked like a total different person. It's just not the same face. They would have the same eyes, but there was a dull look in their eyes as if they just had given up. People that I remember a guy, he developed diabetes and he was had AIDS and he had to get his legs amputated. He was in a wheelchair. This was in the 90s. Um, he was from, I think he was from El Salvador because I spoke with him briefly, but it was just sad, you know. Let me see what y'all saying. With my video, you keep asking what my video. I ain't gonna show that video is buried, long gone. That video is buried deeper than Nicole's singing career. If that video comes back, so will Heidi's rapping career. Baby, I was. Yeah, us Virgos are very freaky, but I did some freak. Baby, we grown folks, right? We all grown in here, right? We all grown. Y'all, I did some things. I remember this guy got me to do a three-way with him and his wife. Uh, me and the guy, I had sex with his wife, and he was like rubbing on me, but she didn't even know. Before I knew his wife, me and this guy had met up, and we had hooked up a couple of times. But the wife knew he was bisexual. He wanted me to sleep with his. And keep in mind, y'all, this was probably about 15 years ago. I'm a gay man, but um, I that was funny. But I did some really crazy things that I look back on and laugh now. Yeah, I did. And because my father is a womanizer, baby. My father, if it sit down to pee, my father would probably sleep with it. He was crazy about women. He's very, but my grandfather the same way. But I guess I got those genes from them, but I knew how to tone them down. I had boyfriends in the past that I had a boyfriend in the past. Baby, I was so wild. I'd be like, he would go to work and I'd be just chatting with dudes. Of course, he was doing it too, and I found that out later. But you live and you learn. A lot of gay men can't pull themselves away. There go that phone lightening up. I'm glad I wasn't in front of it because that bright light would have showed everything. But I did some crazy things. Crazy things. But I lost friends. I lost people to people that were just my age that would go online meeting guys. Someone I know got killed doing that. Meeting someone on one of these dating apps, went to a house that was abandoned and the guys robbed him and killed him. Another guy that was going to U of H here in Houston, he met someone on Jacked or A for A, one of those, and his family note, he had been gone for a week and no one heard anything from him. They went to his apartment and the guy was rolled up in an area rug. He had been shot in the head, only like 20 years old. Um, I remember going out of town to the different pride events, uh, and my grandmother, my mom's mom, one time I went out of town and I was gone for like, I told her I was going for the weekend, but I stayed gone for like a week. Someone was killed and they had their obituary in the paper. They didn't have a picture, but was it in the paper? It was some kind, maybe she saw it on the news, but she was calling around because my family thought I had been killed. And I came back home. She was pissed because I hadn't called anyone. I was 20, 21 at the time. But it was just, I had friends that would dress up like women. They weren't transsexuals. They were guys that just dressed in drag so the boys would like them. And I just never did that. But they would go and meet trade. Y'all hear that word a lot, trade. These girls, guys that I would hang with would meet trade. And trade to me would be guys that are DL bisexual men. A lot of times trade will sleep with women and men. Now DL, there are gay DL men that don't sleep with women. They're just DL, so they're not out to anyone. The most dangerous are the guys that are DL trade. There was a guy in my brother's neighborhood that cut everybody's hair, and this guy was sleeping with a bunch of like drag queens and stuff, and he was sleeping with women. Come to find out, he was infecting everyone with HIV because he was sleeping with everyone with no protection. I remember off the top like four girls. Word got around that they had been exposed to HIV. Countless gay men, drag queens that he would mess around with, and this guy cut my cousins and my hair. Uh, What are you, time? Yeah, you search trade thoroughly. This is what I told the kids about trade. If you have trade over, hide your keys in the dishwasher because those ninjas are not going to wash no dish. Hide your keys in the dishwasher. It was an old queen that used to tell me, baby, you have trade, you put those keys in the washing powder box. Put them in the washing powder box, hide them in the dishwasher. Because trade will goop the girls. But hey, that is wrong, Stephanie. It's 10:19 there, Raina. It's 12 something here. I'll be sleep. I'm gonna talk for about 10 more minutes, y'all, and then I'm gonna lay it down. Um, I think that the younger generation of gay men coming out, like the Simply Trades and the Ricos, um, they're looking for places to belong. Do I like? Are you asking? I like Coldplay. Coldplay. I like the song that Coldplay did with Beyonce. Him for the Weekend, I think is the name of the song. Um, I like Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, uh, Aerosmith. I like a lot of different types of music. I like R&B, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, The Supremes, OJ's, Temptations, Phil Collins, Billy Joel, Elton John, Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, Pat Benatar, Blondie. I like a lot of different types of people. They'll steal. You said they will steal those keys and run. Yes, baby. It's a situation. You used to hide all your stuffed tasks. If they linking up to troll my moderators, because I unblocked everyone, y'all, because somebody I'm cool with said that I couldn't see what he was saying. So I thought, well, maybe I blocked him. I think, like I was saying earlier, I think I have to just go to my Google account and go down. I looked online. They said go to your Google, pull up contacts, and on the Google contacts, you can go there and see who was blocked because he wasn't blocked on my YouTube, straight YouTube. Hide, you know how you go to the YouTube and they say people that are hidden. Yeah, I do bring up. I bring up memories for you. Hey, Erica. I think so. Dark chocolate. He does have. It seems like he has. And yeah, I think the trolls have realized that they've been unblocked, so they coming in here trying to be cute. But y'all know my moderators got some quick fingers. If they come in here being disrespectful, y'all don't time them out. If they being disrespectful, block them with a quickness. Welcome back, DM Lamb. Um, but Joyce McPhee. Uh, so my mods, would y'all like to do? Would y'all prefer doing brunch on Sunday, or would y'all prefer meeting up on Saturday evening here in Houston? Which one would y'all prefer? I got to get with Tweety. And I gotta check on my girl because I ain't seen her in a while. I hope everything's going okay. Brunch. Hey, Makimba gifts. Makimba. These some of the people here be saying so much, but I think that I look at some of the younger guys, as like little brothers, and they just need to have someone positive to tell them, to tell them what they need to hear, not necessarily what they want to hear. I'm 5'7". I'm 5'7" and I weigh 145. Uh, but and I'm a like Trey said, I'm a deep, rich caramel. I'm a I'm a deep, rich caramel paper sack peanut butter brown. I'm in my bed. I'm in the bed and I'm just talking. I want to say a few things. I didn't know if I was trying to see if my chat looked a little different since I had started to set up the Google AdSense. They said it took a few hours, but maybe it'll be on. You know how people can the super chats. That's what I want to know. So the super chats, Jay Wilson, if you're still in here, are the super chats directly put into your bank account or do they just mail you the check at a certain time of the month? I know Google AdSense sends checks at a certain time, but are the super chats is that all intertwined? Diva DD. Diva DD. Yeah, definitely. And I know Absolute is your boy, right? Your son. Definitely tell him about the meet and greet. Well, us meeting up here, for the weekend here in H Town. Well, good night, the mindful empress. I'm glad you came through. Okay, the super chats are added to my Google AdSense. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm glad you let me know that. Um, but guys, I appreciate everyone coming out. I'll be doing carpool chat in the morning. Mods, thank y'all again for representing. What's the date and time for the meet and greet? Uh, I was thinking if you guys want to do Saturday dinner on Saturday or brunch on Sunday. Hey, Monica Moss. I'm going to a vacation. I hope a lot of you come there so we can cut up on the party bus and the whole all the white night and go to the different areas of town. Bicentennial Park is really nice. But thank you just too much. Have a good night too. Okay. Diva Didi, yeah. Your son, Absolute is real cool. Hey, Natasha Million. Okay. You know what, just I'm gonna do that. You're both located in Kansas City. Diva Didi. So you're not in Houston. YouTube is crazy. But let me tell you for dark chocolate, you can just keep your distance away from people. Watch how people move. If I see you doing the most, I'm not gonna sit up and, break bread with you like that. There are people that may be at vacation that I don't really care too much for. But again, I can be respectful and just keep my distance. You meant to tell me that? Oh, okay. Let me see. I think, but I think Saturday, early evening, mid evening, right, could be good for dinner. Um, and I'm open to different places that we can go to. Um, sit down and just interact with people. Some kind of place that may have like a lounge type of area, because we have those places here where you can really sit down and just really interact with each other. Monica. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you, just. And you know what, people, these people are taking YouTube too far. They're just doing too much. They're just they say commentary, but their commentary is a lot of lies. Why would you just make up crap on people? And I go back to Wally saying that we still owe money on my mother's burial cost. Who just makes something up like that? That's the craziest thing to me. My mother burial was paid before the autopsy results were concluded. So we paid for it, and it was funerals are very expensive. And I'm being, be quite honest with y'all. I didn't. Death is never anything you're prepared for. But for my mother's funeral, I was gonna, send her, her home going was gonna be how she wanted to be laid to rest, and I would have paid any amount to bury my mother to honor her wishes. But it was four of us that had to pay for my mother's funeral. But after you add up the opening and closing of the grave, police escorts, my mother's buried at my family's cemetery outside of Houston. So the police escorts didn't even take us all the way to the burial ground. The police escorts stopped like in Kingwood in Houston, and we still had to drive like about 40 miles out of Houston. But not 40 miles, like probably after Kingwood, we had probably like another 30 miles, 30 minutes. I mean, but just to make up something for content, it's like, wow, dude, you are just spineless. He's too much. Our mother's burial wasn't that expensive, like 35,000, but it was in the teens, So, and again, our cost, some of our costs was not as much as a regular burial because my family, this funeral home that my mother was buried, that did my mother's funeral, they're actually distant cousins of ours. So they buried everyone in my family. So they wanted to honor, her being buried. Uh, but they cut a lot of the price out, and even for the casket, because because the person, the funeral director, he was telling me, he had remember burying my grandmother and my aunt that passed away. So he was definitely, and again, he's a distant cousin. Those cousins that y'all great grandparents were probably second cousins. He's one of those types of their families that closely, that far related, I mean. But it was definitely, my grandmother on my father's side, her funeral, she didn't have insurance. So my father's siblings and everything, they paid for that. But a lot of older black people just don't keep up with their insurance policies. They have lapses in them. A year go by, they get dropped. Um, Not paying for my mother's funeral. I didn't even tell, like I was saying before in the video, I didn't tell people when she passed away because I didn't want people to give me sympathy cash apps. I didn't want them putting cash in my cash app for sympathy, like I was begging for her to be, to pay, because we could cover it. But hell, it was just working a day overtime here and there. Uh, my sister and her husband have 3 children that are in college right now, and they have to pay a lot of that out of their own pockets. But we made do. It was a beautiful. Everything was beautiful, but I'm just thinking about how everything just happened so quickly. My mother wasn't sick for a long period of time. This was like instant, like something that just hit you like a car crash. Miss all that you gone. Thank you for coming through. Uh, y'all did that 3 weeks ago. But good night, Miss all that. Uh, and they keep up such chaos. Wally functions best when there's chaos around him. I just don't get it. That's draining to me. There are 2 types of gay people I generally don't get along with. Really butchy women that try to act so much like a man that they come across as a-holes. The kind that seem like they're always pissed off at the world. Those type of lesbians. And I have many friends that are lesbian and are really cool. But those particular types I don't get along with because they got to try to be so hard that they just, they're not friendly at all. They act like Keisha, Joyce's ex. Picture Keisha. You remember how Keisha would talk and be pissed and mad sometimes when Joyce would do her video? She didn't seem friendly at all, and I could be wrong. But then the other type of gay person was the queens that kept up a lot of mess, that were so extra, like Wally, and just like the kind that just would do the most, and they thought they were grand, and they would probably be sleeping on an air mattress in an apartment with no furniture, an air mattress, and some damn baking soda in the refrigerator. But rest assured, they'd have them an enema under that bathroom cabinet. Maybe it wouldn't be no food, but they have that old enema. Thank you. This too much. I'm gonna be gone. Give me 5 more minutes, y'all, and I'll be out of here too. But I think that y'all, let me tell y'all, when my sister called me, keep in mind I was knocked out sleep. And my sister called me like 3 or 4 in the morning. And when she told me that, I just was out of it. So when I would come on and still do the parodies and still be on the gentleman's panel, a lot of times before I did the parodies, I would be broken down. But the parodies were cathartic for me. They got me through because I know my mother laughed and she loved to see. My mother was one of those kind of mothers. She'd be like, help me put my eyeliner on. And I used to tell my mom, Mom, you putting too much blush on. because my mother's light skinned. And I was like, Mama, you can't be putting. They stopped wearing that blush like that in the '80s. And she said, I'm gonna wear my makeup. So we would fight about that, all in play and love. But my mother, maybe she loved her eyeliner. She would put the rosy cheeks on. But she was definitely, thank you, Linty. I wish I could meet you too, dark chocolate. When I tell you, y'all, when I would come on the gentleman's panel and I didn't share it with anyone, not even with Jay, and excuse me, my mind would be somewhere else. I would be there, but it was like out of body almost. And people, I don't know, they took that for me being a possibly slow or something, but that was never the case. Um, and when people would say that, I always laugh when I tell my friends, because my friends look at me as being they always come to me for advice, or they call me Wikipedia, as a joke. Because I look at a lot of stuff and I need to catch up on my news because I would watch MSNBC, and CNN. Uh, you know, Lawrence O'Donnell, Rachel Maddow, Chris, what's his name? Chris, the white man. He's on CNN, I think, but he would spit a lot when he would talk. I liked white haired man. What's Gloria Vanderbilt's son? Um, the white hair, attractive. Uh, but yeah, um, Anderson Cooper. Yeah, Anderson Cooper. Thank you. And I watched a lot of news, but sometimes the news can become draining. And this whole thing with Trump and the impeachment proceedings and the investigations, if Russia tampered with our voting, um, the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, uh, Chuck Schumer. It was a lot of things going on with them having these just they shutting down Congress, and people not getting paid. And I had to stop watching the news for a minute because it was very taxing and draining. Um, hey Trina, yeah, but when I was little, I told y'all before, my family, some of the family members thought I was weird because I would go get the encyclopedias and I would go read the encyclopedias. I love to go to the animal sections because we had a lot of animals. So I would go to the dogs and look and read about all the dogs and the different types of livestock and exotic animals. Um, so I would do all that, and they thought it was weird because I would be picking up books and not. It was like when I got older, I felt I had to escape from that mindset. Um, but Anderson Cooper is very attractive. He's very attractive. And do y'all think the black guy from Baton Rouge, uh, what's his? I'm getting a mental block right now. Black guy, MSN, is he MSNBC? MSNB. He's from Baton Rouge. He's in his 50s. Don Lemon. Thank you. Thank you, Pink Ice. Don Lemon. Um, and I told you I watch the news a lot, and I watch Nat Geo. I watch all the Little Women show, Little Women LA, Little Women Dallas, and those women be cutting up. So I learned at a young age because my family was very my family those type of people that families, they're friends. They're not that friendly with outsiders. My family's very clannish, if you know what I mean. They're very clannish, and they're not. they're friendly to people, but they're not going to work to maintain, to reach out to people for friendships. Tara, Tara, Tara's crazy. What about the two little twerking twins? The twerk twins with the big old baby. Them little women be having some little baby to be that small. They have grown women arches. And I told y'all, Juicy, baby Juicy little voice. When she get up there singing, you know what? That's who Juicy sound like when she sang. She sound like Nicole Tyler. Listen to Juicy sing and you'll see nothing but Nicole Tyler. I love Greenleaf. Baby, Greenleaf is my show. I like Queen Sugar. I love The Walking Dead. I love Fear the Walking Dead. I used to watch American Horror Story, but I'm not feeling this whole camp in the camp like the Jason Friday the 13th thing. My favorite was The Coven with the witches. Um, and I'm a nature buff, so I watch a lot of nature TV. I like the History Channel. I like the first 48. Miss Juicy, baby. Y'all, when Juicy sang, Am I That Somebody? When she sung that Aaliyah song, Miss Juicy's a fool. And it's a black one in Dallas. That little black, the black small person, she got hands. That little black one with the braids, baby, she was throwing hands on those other little women. They was jumping her, and Sister Girl was going toe to toe. And then her two tall friends that were regular height women, they came throwing hands. And the little woman was like, "These big oversized bees, they don't supposed to be fighting us." I'm like, "Well, girl, y'all jumping this one. Y'all got them hands handed on y'all, handed to you." The first 48. Yes, that fight was epic. Baby, they was hitting each other with trays in the head. And baby, I was like, ooh. Um, y'all see what? Okay, one of the little women, she has a baby with a guy, and the guy came out as being bisexual. Which one was that? Was that in Atlanta or LA? The girl had two children. One of her boy baby daddies was bi or gay, and the other one was straight. Atlanta. Okay. Baby, I was like, that boy is full blown gay. He ain't bi. I'm like, he gave me that you'd see him at the club and you'd be like, "Hey bitch, what's up, sis?" Baby, the ATL. And I like watching what's some other shows? Yo, what's some of your favorite? This is really interesting. I like some of your comments definitely. I like the smaller chats like this, to be honest. I need to catch up on my uh movies because this YouTube, y'all, YouTube has been taken. I didn't turn my TV on one time today. My TV did not come on. I was looking at YouTube, baby. They were going, like I said earlier, baby. They was fighting in the middle of the street, jumping off porches, barefooted, took the earrings off, snatched wigs off, and was fighting, baby, like they in the alley behind the club. After the club they closed, they fighting. Thank you, Pink Ice. Um, but and I tell y'all, I think I just, it makes me. I appreciate people that are subscribed to my channel. You should never curse your subscribers out. I'm not gonna curse at you about putting likes on. You know, you can't talk down to people and expect people to still support you. You know, um, y'all make us who we are. Without the support of any of you, we wouldn't be about nothing. So I definitely, appreciate all that. Uh, The ID channel is good. I like to watch Snapped. Um, my guilty pleasure is the doctor, the vet, Yukon vet, and the old man. That's a veterinarian. I love those shows. Any animal shows I watch. One of my friends was on Top Chef. Um, one of my friends was on Top Chef. His name is Sean, but I forgot his name when he was on because they were calling him a different little nickname. Do you remember a heavy set black guy, gay guy with blonde hair? He was on with Gordon Ramsay. Black Big Willie. That's what they were calling him on there. Big Willie. Big Willie and I are friends. He was on, I think it was Top Shelf or Americans. I forgot, but it was some years ago he was on there. But if you remember Big Willie, big old, he was from Houston, Texas, big, bodacious, not big as simply Trey, but he's a big guy, sweet as can be. Naked and Afraid. Oh yeah, another show that I watch, and it's crazy as all get out, is my 90 Day Fiance. I love watching my 90 Day and Love at First Sight. My 90 Day Fiance. I feel sorry for some of those people because they're clearly being used. Hey, Monica. Uh, I'm glad you're happy in here. I think that my 90 Day Fiance, some of those men be treating those women so bad, and I'd be pissed because I'm like, girl, you are 60 years old and dating this man from Nigeria, and you know them Nigerians looking at him crazy with this white woman that's 60 years old that can't have no kids, and you're 30 and want children. Or it was this white girl, she was dating this guy that was Moroccan, Azrael, as something. 90 Day Fiance, yeah. She wanted some Mandingo. And you know what? I'm telling you, they sitting up and they running after these black men. They be thinking they finna find Shawn Michaels, or they be pissed off when he pull that little thing out. It looks like it's a gerbil's piece. Angela and Michael, yes. Michael know he ain't about it. Michael know he ain't about nothing. He wasn't even. You remember his friends called her an elder or something? Okay, the girl that's dating the guy from Morocco, his name is Azrael. What's his name? Um, Ashton? No, he's from Morocco. Yes. Oh, okay. The lady went to Jamaica. That was the blonde haired skinny girl with the little young black guy, dark chocolate. I think it was the young black guy, and his father was a player also. And he was like, "That's the thing. The Jamaican men they brag about being with a lot of women." Uh, oh, Muhammad. Yeah. And you remember the episode where the woman had the guy, he was Muslim, and he called her a devil worshiper because he didn't like that she had all the little images in her house. Like she had like a Virgin Mary. It was something she had, like Buddha. Okay, she had Buddha, and he was like, "What's this? That's devil." Oh, okay. You talking about the beautiful black girl. I know who you're talking about, dark chocolate. The beautiful black girl. She was going to school for nursing, or she was a nurse, and the guy. was the guy from Dominican. Okay, brunch. The guy was Dominican, and he got into a fight with her family at dinner. Is that the same one? Azan. Yeah, I'm trying to say his name correct. Azan, yes. And you know what? Azan, no, he another one that ain't about anything because he told that girl when they said, "Does he like how she look?" And he said he liked like a certain percentage of how she looked. I wish somebody would say they liked a certain percentage. You better say 110%, 1,000%. You gonna tell her, and he said she needs to go to the gym so she could be healthy. No, he was saying that because he wanted her to lose weight because he wasn't attracted to her. He told her not to kiss him. He didn't want to hold hands, and that could be a cultural thing. He told her, and you remember they were in the desert walking, and he was like telling her to walk faster. He was very demeaning to her. I felt bad for Nicole. That was her name, Nicole, and Azan, and she had the little cute little girl. They got a spinoff show. Nicole is just dumb. She's dumb, and she's just that guy's using her. That guy's using her. Azan was getting money from her, and she was a banker. She was a ATM machine for him. Oh my God, yeah. The Spanish guy, he told her she had a body odor. That was like the older, heavyset woman, right? And she was complaining, and he was like taking pictures at clubs with girls and things. Baby, I was looking at that and I was like, really? And the store never opened. And Nicole was making all these excuses. Her mother wasn't having that. Her mother didn't like Azan. And she said, are you using Nicole? No one liked Azan. And she always looked like she was irritated. Like not irritated. She always looked depressed and just she wasn't he just wasn't treating her right. Chanel and Pedro. I thought Chanel is so beautiful. I think she's so pretty. Uh Pedro, he's an attractive guy, but yeah, he was sending his mom and that sister of hers, that sister of his, I couldn't stand her little behind because she was cute trying to speak Spanish and they couldn't understand what she was saying. But Nicole was like, "What did you call me? What you call me? You a puta." It was crazy. Y'all, I'm gonna lay it down now because it is past my bedtime. I'm laying it down because I gotta get up in a few hours. Thank God I slept during the day. Um, Mods, again, much love to y'all. We will convene in the morning, later this morning, and peace. I'm out. Much love.